AITAH for still getting on a flight home. When my two young co-workers I was traveling with weren't at the airport yet, and we're obviously going to miss it. This past week, I was presented with an industry award in Nashville that an agency partner nominated me for. I'm a director of my company. My co decided to send to junior level employees to the event as well because they thought it would be a good experience for them. A specialist who has been with us a little over a year, first job out of college and a summer intern. To 1F rising senior, they are not on my team. Report up through separate VP. And I have very limited no interaction with them in daily work life. They were very excited to be going. This was gonna be the specialist first time on a plane. Lots of Teams chats asking what to wear, etc. We were flying in Thursday morning and leaving Friday evening, so it was a very short trip. But I tried to help share info about the event, types of attendees, awards reception / presentation, Thursday night with a country western theme. Then I was speaking on a panel Friday morning. There's so much I could say, but I'll try to highlight key points. Specialist barely made Thursday AM flight because she doesn't have a real ID and had to do extra screening. She had no idea what a real ID was or the basic rules of flying, liquid restrictions, etc. She was very upset. They made her throw away some of her skincare. That was over 3 ounces. Thursday night event was country western theme. And while a majority of people there were casual intern shows up in a bandana, tube top micro skirt, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat. I pulled her aside and asked if she wanted to run upstairs since it was still a business event, but she said she was fine and she thought she looked cute and on theme. After ceremony, I invite them to join me with some colleagues I knew from other companies in the hotel bar, but they tell me they want to check out Broadway. I make a face and say, this would be a good networking opportunity. They may come on mom jokes, and so I tell them to be safe and remind them the time and location of first session. The next day, text them around 11 p.m. that I hope they got back safe. No response, went to bed. Text them the next morning, offering to meet them for coffee. Before morning sessions, no response. No idea if they actually attended any sessions or saw my panel, but I did find them in the hotel lobby afterward, looking incredibly hungover. Have about 2 hours after event is over. And before we need to go to the airport, I invite them to late lunch with our agency partners. They declined because they want to go to the Country Music Hall of Fame again. Make a face and say, I don't know if they will have time. And it would be a good opportunity for them to spend time with our agency. They act like I'm the wet blanket. So I tell them I'm leaving for airport from the hotel at 4 p.m. sharp. And meet me in lobby so we can share a lift. Text them at 3:45 p.m. That lift is arriving in 15 minutes. No response. Text them that lift has arrived. And I'm leaving for airport. No response. Text them when I get to airport and tell them security line is long, neither had pre-check. No response. Text them when I get to gate 2. Please give me some sign of life. Intern sends very short response. About 10 minutes later in lift. There's traffic, nothing else. Text them flight is starting to board. No response. Text them when I'm in my seat. That boarding is about to end. No response. Doors close. They don't make it put my phone in airplane mode. Land a couple hours later to a barrage of texts from them. They're stranded in Nashville. Don't know what to do, how to rebook, who to call for help, etc. I also have an angry voicemail from specialist mom that I abandoned her daughter in Nashville. She has never flown and has anxiety. She's having a panic attack at the airport and needs medical attention. She could be human trafficked. I call specialist and intern back. Both phones ring, but neither pick up. Text to see if they were able to rebook. No response. Forward them. Email with their business travel info with after hours contact and text them that I sent the email. No response. Texted an hour or so later to see if they were okay. No response. Did not call the mom back. Also have text from their director. Don't know her well. Just started with a couple weeks ago. Asking what's going on. I sent her brief overview and screenshots of all my unanswered texts to them from earlier in the day, along with a transcript of the VM I got from a mom. She acknowledges my response, but no further dialogue. Now I get invite for a Monday morning meeting from that director with their VP and our C-suite leader. My VP is on PTO. I feel like these are adults. I was communicative, and I'm ultimately not responsible for their decisions. But you tell me AITAH here.
You need to listen. I am an HR, and if these two have friends in high places, this could seriously impact your career. Your attitude going into this meeting needs to be, I was saddled with 2 liabilities to the company in this trip, and their employability with this firm needs review. You need to share your long list of their unprofessional behavior and your repeated and futile attempts to steer them in the right direction, how disastrously they represented the company, being intoxicated and underdressed, how many important networking events they blew off, and how it constrained your own ability to maintain important business relationships because you were chasing 2 teenagers on vacation. You have done absolutely nothing, and you need to hold that line as firmly as possible. They are not mitigable, and they cost the firm money and likely damaged its reputation in the community. You have to steer the conversation away from you and back to them any and every time. Control the room as if your job depends on it, because it might. If that upset mom is someone's sister, they're going to be out for blood yours.